Alright, so check this out guys. Before this video gets started, I do want to mention that we just restocked on our most popular Goon Squad hat, the all black with that leather patch. These suckers are super fire and they are super high quality, and also they are pretty dang limited. So if you want to copy one and help support your boys, be sure to visit goonzquad.com. But as of right now, let's get to the video. What is up guys? Welcome back to the channel. So today we are here at the new Goon Squad headquarters, but we're actually going to be working on our brand new 2019 Ford F-150 Raptor build. The reason why we came up here first is because we want to grab a bunch of tools that we brought up here and take them back to the original Goon Squad headquarters, or Goon Squad garage that is, and start working on that Raptor, start tearing that sucker completely apart, and probably even run to the dealership and start ordering everything. This is going to be a super epic build that we're going to build along with you guys, so we're super excited about that. And also what we're going to do is probably hook up the ZL1. As you guys know, that sucker blew up on us. What happened there? The transmission or the clutch
something
blew
in
out,
there, dude. Something. I believe it's just the clutch. So I mean, I don't know. I'm not a technician, but I think it's the clutch.
Yeah,
dude.
exactly. And what we're gonna do is actually take it to a shop because we want to focus on this Raptor build and let that shop just replace that sucker. Because I believe the whole entire engine and transmission's got to get removed in order for them just to replace the clutch. But we might just do like some performance stuff to it. Maybe add a cam, dude. That would be super epic.
Dude, that'd be epic. I don't know how that's done, but camming that ZL1 would be epic.
That's
dude.
what I'm saying. So we're just gonna see what the future holds on that build. But as right now, I think we're gonna go ahead, hop into the container, grab a bunch of tools from out of there. And as for the house project or the house build here, we're probably just gonna update you guys as we go. We're closing in on this sucker and we're just playing the waiting game right now. So we're just gonna move on to that Ford Raptor build and just go ham on that sucker. So let's just go ahead, grab everything that we need, hook up the Camaro ZL1 to one of the trucks and head down the mountain and just get straight to work. Alrighty guys, so we just dropped the Camaro off at Honey Badger Motorsports where they're gonna actually crack into that thing and hopefully get that whole entire situation worked out.
Dude, and surprisingly that sucker just fired right up and you were able to throw it in reverse and back it off the trailer.
So it actually engaged the clutch, so that is a really good sign. But whenever you like release the clutch and just have the car running, sitting still, it makes like a super loud like rattle, like scratchy noise or something like that. Hopefully it's something small because I mean we were able to drive it, so it maybe just be like a throwout bearing or something like that.
That's what Dylan was saying over there at Honey Badger Motorsports. He was saying that it might be just something simple like a bearing or something like that. But worst case scenario, it's the whole entire transmission, which is going to cost like $4 grand.
Yeah, something like that. But if it's not the whole entire transmission, we're also talking about, since he's going to be working on it, throwing a cam in that thing, dude, which will be absolutely epic,
and
dude.
And a cam will only run like $2 to $3 grand, so it's not too crazy. So if it's not the trans, we'll invest a little bit of money to make that sucker chop.
Dude, that will sound so epic. But you know what? At least we finally got that car to a shop and getting that sucker worked on. We got the trailer clean. That way we can haul more things if we have to. But anyways, we are here at the house and we're about to start ripping into this Ford Raptor, dude.
It is time. We got the skid steer out here. Pops brought this sucker here because we are going to probably be taking this bed off right here. That way we can work on some of that suspension components, right?
This is the main thing right now. Since this bed's already damaged throughout all the sides and stuff like that, I think it'll be the best bet to start with this first, pull it completely off the truck, look at that suspension, try to figure it out, try to work on some of this stuff, order all the parts, and just go from there.
Yeah,
dude.
definitely. That's got to be one of our main goals today, is to actually try to get a lot of this stuff ordered, whether it be from the dealership or whether it be for like online, like door panels and stuff like that.
Yeah,
or
definitely.
Doors.
Yeah, definitely want to get probably some blue doors. That's like our biggest thing, because painting the inside of doors kind of eats up a lot of time whenever you're trying to like get this truck fixed. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely, yeah. Painting the inside of the doors will take a lot of time, and we want to get a blue bed if possible as well, which I think I found one, dude.
You did, dude?
Yeah.
That'd be awesome. And these beds are not cheap.
cheap. You know, they're pretty pricey. They're a couple $1,000s. So if we can find the same color, that would be perfect, because that means we can move on to the mods a lot faster, dude.
Yes, sir, dude. But anyways, I think it's time to go ahead and grab all the tools out of the F450 and start cracking at this thing,
Hey,
dude.
let's pull this bed off.
Dang, son.
Just like that, and the bed was off, man.
Oh my goodness, it was like 6 bolts and a couple wires right here that just unclipped, and then like 1 bolt over there, and that was
Dude,
it.
that was super easy. We didn't even have to use the skid steer, man. We
No,
were like
sir.
moving that thing around trying to fill it, and it was actually super light enough that me and Pop actually picked it up and carried it over there,
Oh
dude.
my goodness. But you guys did remove the tailgate first, which
Yeah.
that is probably heavier than the bed,
Dude, that thing just literally feels like the heaviest part of the whole entire bed. I mean, this thing is basically made out of steel. I mean, it's super heavy. The only thing that's aluminum is probably just the outside, because it does have to kind of hold weight and stuff. You know
Yeah,
what
exactly.
I mean?
Yeah, it's got to be structural. I'm pretty sure that's like probably by the restrictions or something. The rear end's got to be structural and all that good stuff. But the reason why we removed the bed to see some of these damages to the suspension, and right off the bat you can see the sleeve spring's a little bit bent. That one over there is worse than this one though,
Yeah,
right?
that one right there is pretty bent too. I mean, that one's probably the worst one, because I think it actually punctured our fuel tank, because
Oh, no.
where that leaf spring was bent, there's like a little damage on the fuel tank, and I did smell a hint of fuel and stuff like that, and it looks like it's been leaking out of there,
Dang,
dude.
that's probably gonna be an expensive one. Look how big that fuel tank looks right there,
Dude, that thing is huge. That's like a couple 100 gallons right there, man.
Hopefully our axle itself isn't bent, because I can see it and it almost looks like it's bananaed, but it could be kind of just playing tricks on my eyes because the leaf springs are both bent. So you know what I mean?
I actually think it's probably straight. I mean, who knows? It all depends on whenever we put that axle shaft in and stuff like that. If it slides in there perfect, the leaf springs go on, we'll hit the alignment rack and all that good stuff. You know, just to line that up.
We'll be able to test it. But anything else damaged over here? Of course, we know that we need like that stuff right here, maybe some little pieces
Brake
here and
calipers
there.
stuff like that.
Nothing major, but
Yeah.
also we wanted to remove the bed so we could see the damages to the cab itself, dude.
Yeah, I mean, the cab looks really good. The only thing is this piece, of course, right here, but we're trying to see how you actually take this thing off. As you can tell right there, that almost looks like spot welds, but that's actually self-piercing rivets that Ford does, because, you know, it is aluminum. It's not like steel where they just spot weld it, easy to remove. This thing's going to be a little bit more technical, but we're going to have to figure out how to redo all
Dude,
this stuff.
we
you know
might
what I mean?
have to buy some special tools just to work with aluminum, because I think it's glued, plus those rivets that you're talking
Yeah.
about. That's an expensive tool right there, dude.
I think they're called like self-piercing aluminum rivets or steel rivets, and they don't go all the way through the metal. They just go perfectly between both of the metals and kind of like split open. They're kind of weird. The tool's really expensive, but we'll figure it out. Usually Ford actually shows you exactly how to replace stuff like this.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
yeah. When you buy the parts, it tells you how to install them, which is pretty cool. And I believe we're actually gonna probably try buying both of these door shells because we found all the parts the same color, but it's in Texas, right?
Yeah, same with that bed and everything. That somebody has a truck the exact same color, but everything's like 10-12 hours away, and it's probably not worth it going like you sending like somebody out there to pick it up
Because they don't want to deliver it, right?
Yeah, they don't want to deliver it because that bed can get damaged with the shipping companies. You know how that goes, you know,
Yeah.
always something going on.
So the bed is $4 grand, the doors were like $1 grand a piece, so that's $6 grand. Or if we go to the dealership and just get the shells, I think it'll be cheaper,
Yeah,
dude.
it'll be cheaper. I think it'll be way cheaper because we did notice on the F450 whenever we were buying parts for it, stuff from the dealership was actually cheaper than used stuff, which is crazy.
That is crazy, dude. But as for the bed, we actually may be able to save this sucker just by replacing the actual bed sides, right?
Yeah, a lot of people actually replace bed sides on trucks, but this is just aluminum, so I really wanted to get like a full bed. But since we can't get one, we're actually gonna try to get some bed sides right here. This is the same concept over here. They have those like
self-piercing rivets or something like that.
So it's all the same concept. If we can figure out how to do those right there, we can get this whole entire thing done.
Dude, that would save us a couple $100, which that $100 that we save is going to be put into some epic mods, of course.
That's exactly how I like thinking right there. The more you save on parts, the more you can spend on aftermarket stuff.
Heck
dude.
yeah! So we're going to probably run to the dealership right now and just get a bunch of. We already got a list together, right?
Yeah, we got a list together. One of the main components right now is to just order like the suspension parts right away. That way we can get this thing running and stuff like that. Maybe even drive this thing up to the new property up there and all
work
that
on
good.
it there, dude.
Dude, we can, dude. That'd be epic.
That would be our
dude?
very first build up at the headquarters. Would be pretty sick for this to be this Raptor because we'd rip it through the woods as is, dude.
Oh, for sure, 100%. But other than that, like doors and stuff like that, we're just gonna get prices for them. That way we can write everything down and check on eBay and stuff like that. And we're probably gonna take the Viper to the dealership. You know, that thing needs to get like driven through. You know.
Hey, I agree with you right there, dude. Let's fire that sucker up and head that way, dude.
Let's do it. Wow, dude, look at the screen in the middle. That's legit. Look at the doorknob right here. What the heck? Look at the screen in the middle is pretty sick. I wonder if this thing drives like a Tesla, like by itself. Spin it.
Alrighty guys, so we are back from the dealership, and of course we ended up ripping the Viper over there because it's been sitting all winter long, so it definitely needed that. And I gotta say, that's the perfect parts ordering machine.
Hey
right
man,
there,
you got
dude.
that right, man. That thing was a blast riding over there, dude.
Oh my, that car is so scary, dude. That's probably the scariest car we got. Does need a little bit more work, which I think we might actually end up working on some cars while we wait on parts for this thing as well. What do you
Of
think,
course,
dude?
man. I mean, we got the Hellcat over there. We got the Audi. We didn't forget about that. We got to get that sucker fixed. And we got a few other things,
Dude,
man.
maybe throw a big old ACR wing on that thing, or do you think the TA style is the best?
I don't know, man. Let us know.
Let us know. But anyways, we ended up getting a bunch of parts, ordering a bunch of parts, getting a bunch of prices. And the first thing that we ordered was actually the suspension components right here, the most important thing. And we ended up ordering the axle shaft, which that sucker was $313, which is not that bad, dude.
Yeah, I thought that thing was going to be like $1,000 or something, but $300 compared to some online prices is pretty good,
Yep.
dude.
And then the rotor was $85, and then we ended up ordering both of the leaf springs, which those hookers were pretty pricey, $500 a pop, which we thought we could kind of like beat the system and maybe get like some regular F-150 springs, but I don't think they're compatible.
Yeah,
or something
he
like
actually
that.
looked it up on his computer, and I think these things may have an extra leaf spring, or these are thicker or something like
jumps,
that.
you know what I mean?
Yes, sir. You know what I mean.
You gotta have that. And also we ended up ordering all three doors here, for like 800 bucks a piece, and I think that'll be the best route for us because we really don't need to order like a complete painted door with all like the internals and stuff. It's better to just get the shell. That way we could just scuff that primer down, which will be super easy to scuff, and then just swap everything from these doors into those doors.
Yeah,
right?
if we had like some damage like internal pieces and stuff like that, we'll definitely get a used door. But you know what, for 800 bucks, that's as much as a used door, but it's gonna come in a lot faster. You know what I mean?
1 to 4 days, so the shipping speed is pretty quick, and that's what we're all about because we want to get this sucker knocked out. That way we can move on to mods and other epic things. And also we ended up ordering this whole entire side right here. I guess it's technically a quarter panel, but it's also a pillar as well. You know what I mean?
It's just a whole entire side right there. I don't know if we'll use all that. We may just splice it in right here, but you never know. You never know what can happen.
And that sucker was $1,000 right there. Not too bad. We ended up spending like 5,500 bucks, and we got a good bit of parts. Hopefully when all those parts come in, we could slap them on and we can go ripping, dude.
Dude, that's the main thing, man, is to get this thing just at least on 4 wheels, dude.
I can't wait to that because we might even end up building it at the headquarters like we mentioned. But also we ended up ordering a front fender right here because this one is damaged. It's just beyond repair, and it's fiberglass, and it was surprisingly pretty fairly priced at 450 bucks right there. So that's actually cheaper than eBay prices.
Oh,
dude.
yeah, definitely,
So that's always good to check the dealership. And the only thing that we did not order was actually the bed sides because we checked those prices, and that was like 800 bucks a side or like $6,000 for the whole entire bed, dude.
Dude, that's like an unpainted raw bed with nothing on it. That is insane. But you never know, dude. We may end up fixing that bed. The first thing that we want to do is actually just dig into it, right?
Yeah, we want to dig into it, see what it consists of, actually trying to remove those side panels. If there's not too many rivets, we might just end up ordering bed sides and just go ahead and slap that sucker on there instead of getting a whole entire bed.
Yes, sir.
We're still going to decide on that. But anyways, as of right now, I think we're going to go ahead and remove the rest of the broken parts on this thing. Like this rear bumper, it's not broken, but it's damaged, and we're going to go aftermarket on that. We already found some super sick ones, dude.
We found some matching front and rear bumpers, which look super sick,
Oh
dude.
my goodness, I can't wait for all of that. And also, we're going to remove probably that fender right there, and I think that's going to be it. And then after that, I think we're going to probably try to dig into that bed over there. So we are just moving right along, tearing this sucker clean apart. And dude, I gotta say, dude, this thing is like giving me like Baja vibes.
I was gonna say, dude, this actually looks pretty good without the fender and the front bumper, with just the headlight and the grill and the hood, man.
Dude, now imagine a wide body. This thing is already wide, but even wider, dude.
I don't know, man. Possibility, but I do really like the stock wide body. I mean, it's already wide, you know, why go a little bit wider? Because then I believe if you do go wider like fenders, I think you gotta do like wider suspension, control arms, and all that good stuff.
The whole 9 yards. And we are doing polls on Instagram, so definitely be sure to vote on the story, dude.
Yeah, we could possibly just do the stock fenders with the carbon fiber flare, which looks really good.
That would look sick, and plus it'll make this truck faster, lighter to fly into the air, you know what I mean?
Once you jump, you just glide, you know what I mean?
But anyways, we exposed like this turbo a lot more right there, and what do you think about that turbo?
Dude, I believe it's like getting smaller every time I see this thing for some reason.
That's what I'm saying. Them suckers better spool up. Once we get this thing going, we're gonna rev them out to the max.
Dude, I wonder if it'll actually like do a burnout, you know what I mean?
Dude, it better. If it don't, we're gonna return this thing,
Take
dude.
it back to the auction and just leave it
Leave it there for a couple of days and let us just think about it.
Yeah, but I'm sure it'll actually do a burnout. We'll definitely put all that to the test. But anyways, we're probably gonna leave this hood on the truck and just fix it how it is, because all the gaps are perfect and stuff like that. And we'll probably just end up like blending this hood or just like halfway or something like that. And the headlight right here does have like some scratches on it and like one clip broken right here, but I believe it's a savable. We'll probably just
It'll buff.
Yeah, we'll save probably like $1,000 to $2,000. Who knows how expensive this is.
Those are expensive because we even did a price check on this mirror right here, which was $1,000 as well. We didn't order that. We're gonna find one, a used one, I believe.
Yeah, definitely, because these are like the fully loaded mirrors right here. They fold automatically and stuff like that. And
got a little camera right there,
Yeah, they
dude.
got a camera and stuff like that. So that right there is going to be probably a used part. The doors we're not going to take off just yet because it might rain tomorrow or something like that. Don't want the interior to get wet. But as for all the parts right here, we got them all spread out. We got the bumpers off, the fender with the inner fender as well, and
the skid plate right here.
The skid plate right here, which is actually pretty solid, dude.
Dude, that sucker is thick right there. That's when you like kind of just like bounce down, dude.
Yeah, if you nosedive with the truck, dude, this should help you save all your radiators and stuff like that. And it is aluminum. It's just really thick.
But we are going to upgrade. Once you get a new bumper, you upgrade to even a thicker one, dude.
Nicer one. It's gonna all flow together and all that good stuff. But that's pretty much it for the truck right now. We're gonna hop on the bed over there, which we're gonna actually start tearing it apart, right?
Yeah, we're gonna basically just remove all the trim and try to get to all those spot welds or all those rivets right there. That way we can see how much we got to remove. So what do we got to pop off the flare, a couple plastic trim pieces, tail lights,
this little plastic piece up here, and basically just see what it's gonna take. That was easy, dude.
Dude, that's what I was saying, man. These spot welds, or they're actually called rivets, actually drill out pretty easy, dude.
And the crazy thing is, these suckers are actually steel because we magnet tested them and it sticks to it. So I'm guessing just a steel rivet holding together two aluminum panels without any glue.
Yeah, dude, these things are crazy. I think they're called like self-piercing rivets, and they just like bond really tightly, dude.
I seen that you just drilled these suckers out and you didn't even use a chisel and you just like popped
Hey,
that
you gotta
apart.
just pop this aluminum apart, man.
Whoever did send this seam buster right here, we appreciate you. We're definitely going to use this for a lot of these right here. And it's been such a long time, so I really don't remember who it was, but we appreciate
yeah, dude,
you.
that
We
thing-
love you, and that's going to come in handy right
For sure,
there,
dude. 100%, dude.
But I don't think we're actually going to remove this whole entire side tonight because we want to go ahead and ensure that we can replicate these rivets and not get ahead of ourselves and do any unnecessary work. Because if we can't replicate these suckers, it's just going to be pointless. We're probably just going to end up buying a whole entire bed.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
definitely. So we don't want to do a bunch of work and just not being able to actually rivet these back on. So may look up online, may need like a special tool or anything like that, and we'll probably order some
Yeah,
stuff.
so
dude.
tonight we're going to do a bunch of research on this, but as right now, I guess we're just going to catch you guys tomorrow in the morning.
There you go, a whole entire bedside,
Oh
man.
my goodness, how heavy is that thing right there,
That thing
dude?
is super light right there, man.
That is crazy. So it is the next day here, and we ended up just popping off this whole entire side because we did a bunch of research yesterday, and what did we find out,
The
dude?
tool, that self-piercing rivet gun, is actually $5,000, which is it's a little bit more than $5,000, but dude, that is crazy,
Dude,
man.
$5,500, I believe. So it's either get a brand new bed or a color matched bed or get that tool. But I think we need that tool regardless,
Yeah,
dude.
dude, especially with all the newer vehicles coming up, you never never know, we may get another all aluminum. I think this is the first complete aluminum like body that we're ever working on. I don't think the Ferrari was even all aluminum. The quarter panels I think were steel.
Yeah, same on the Lamborghini. The quarter panels were steel as well. So I believe these newer, I think American vehicles are going to be all aluminum. I believe so.
I think all the F-150s, the new Fords or anything, like probably most cars are now aluminum nowadays.
So it's just going to be a good investment overall, right?
Good investment overall, and it's going to help us put that other like cab side over there on a lot easier as well. That's probably the only way you can do this thing is just that self-piercing rivet gun.
So we're going to be on the lookout for one of those tools for a great price. So if anybody knows where we can get one,
hey, let us know, dude.
Let us know. But let's check out this bed over here. Is there any inner structure damages here?
There's like a dent right here and a dent right here. Nothing too serious. You just pop those off, and then we're going to glue the new one on, do the self-piercing at the top. Super simple. I mean, all you got is a wheel well on the other side of the bed. You know what I mean?
Dude, that was actually pretty simple just to remove that whole entire side right there. So I believe actually throwing on the new one should be just as easy, dude.
Should be just as easy, but you know what? We're going to probably not do the other side just yet, right?
Yeah, the other side has a little bit more damages, so we got to find that tool first before we do this, but there may be some inner damage. Hopefully not, dude.
Yeah, if there is a little bit, hopefully it's just that wheel well right there. That's something super easy. You can just pop that out, you know what I mean?
You can probably straighten it out, but anyways, that's going to be all for today, dude. I'm super happy to be back at the original Goon Squad garage here, working on some stuff, dude. This is our natural habitat.
This is our natural habitat, and it feels great to be back on some builds, man. Who knows? The next video, maybe the Hellcat, maybe the Audi, maybe something else, dude.
We might just mix it up a little bit,
dude. We may, dude.
So that's gonna be pretty much it for today's video. We got the Ford Raptor basically completely torn apart, ordered a bunch of parts, and did a bunch of research on how we're gonna repair this sucker. This thing is definitely gonna be super epic when we're done with it, so definitely make sure your post notifications are on so you don't miss out on anything. And if you want an inside scoop before YouTube, definitely give us a follow on Instagram at goonzquad. But with all that being said, thank you guys so much for all the love and support. Be sure to drop your comments and thoughts down below. We'll catch you guys next time. Peace.